the quali. As I said, it is being shot, and at the moment, G-Force Wogboy is flying out in front, and Corndog beat him a little bit there, but G-Force will maintain his lead for the moment. So yeah, see how this plays out. Bahrain, obviously a difficult circuit to drive in these cars. These cars on their own can be a little bit difficult. So we'll just have to wait and see if we get any good action. At the moment, we are on board with Corndog, who is currently second. So right now we will get up to Wogboy in the high tech. Flying out in front, Wogboy. He's gonna cross the line for folks that can get the dogs in third. This has been incredible so far. And CRL and Moore were disqualified, and then so that's now 2 disqualified, and that is our lineup for the race. G-Force Walkboy, your pole sitter, followed by Corndog, Get the Dogs, YT, then we got Ben Bradley, CRL Pocket Rocket, CRL Immortal, BJ, McLaren Center, and Carl, and how do you say that? So moving on to the race, this is going to be interesting. So we welcome you to a sunny Bahrain, and this is going to be a very interesting race. Very, very interesting race. Yeah, once again, that is your lineup for tonight's race. We can have a quick look over that. So now we just wait for the grid to form, or grid to be ready to hit the track and fight to the death to get ready to go racing. So we got the formation lap. So our pole sitter G-Force Walkboy starting on pole, followed by Corndog. This guy looked to be fast, so qualifying can be cooperative today. We got Get the Dogs in third, followed by YT, then the 11. Who actually possibly good as they irritates Get the Dogs. Coming in third is Brandy, excuse me for my pronunciation. If I mispronounce anything throughout the race. Third is, sixth on the grid is CRL Pocket Rocket. This guy can head really fast. Let's see what he can do starting from 6th and 7th. As it has now been disqualified is CRL Immortal, and then 8th is BJ. 9th is McLaren. 9th is McLaren Center. And rounding off the grid is Carlos. You can pronounce yourself. I can't pronounce it. As we now get ready as they make their way back to the grid for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So we get ready to go racing here. There has been some issues right now with the grid. Just waiting now for Wogway. He has now left the session. So will this now signify the start of the session, or we don't know what's gonna happen yet. This could be a reset, I'm not sure. We'll soon find out. Welcome to those just joining this race. This is the CRL Formula 2 Championship. We're here in Bahrain with a bit of technical issues at the moment. Once they have been sorted, we will get to the action. We get ready to go racing. We are now sent to a loading screen. What will happen now? I do not know. It's lights out and away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's a great start from GeForce Wogboy. Even better though from Get the Dog. As now they come through turn 1, and now 2, and now up into 3 as Corn Dog will take the lead at the start of the race, followed by Get the Dogs, GeForce Wogboy and Brandy, as they now find out where they're going to sit themselves as they come up through this next section of track. This technical section as cars go wide is going to be hard. Going 3 or 4 abreast coming through here. Most of them keep it single file though as we make our way towards. Yeah, there's a spin. Who's that spun? I think that was one of the I am mistaken. High-tech cars, as yes it is one of the high-tech cars. As this is great opening lap so far as we come further back down to the battle for 4th, P4 and P5. It's definitely going to be interesting to see where these guys finish. But Bahrain, as we know, is not good. Like very high degradation as he's going for the move now on the inside of BJ. BJ defending nicely from Wogboy. Not Wogboy. Get the Dogs. He goes down the inside. This is a great move, and I believe he's got done. No, they're still fighting it, and now GeForce Wogboy will get the move done. Coming out of turn 3, it's not done yet. BJ is still close enough to possibly go for a move. He has to play his cards right though. Could he get it done? Coming up to the hairpin. He might not. But we'll have to wait and see. So far, staying as Brandy almost goes into the end and Get the Dogs there. So definitely very interesting. As I think someone going off, no, but Brandy, I think that was struggling to get the car slowed down in time. Lots of cars actually struggling to get the car slowed down in time for that hairpin. To lead, or Corn Dog, sorry, continues to lead the race. Whitey is defending from the high-tech here, and Pocket Rocket not that far behind. He can probably try and go for a move. if he gets close enough. But so far this race has been as steady can be, I guess. As Corndog in the Prema will get the fastest lap time. DRS enable, I don't know how this is actually going to work out for these drivers. There's so many different DRS trains here. As he goes moved by G-Force one way down the inside with DRS on Get the Dogs. He's going to get P3 and BJ. Can he follow through? He's going to try and stay there. He cannot quite get there. So there's a yellow flag in sector 1 somewhere, and that is for YT. So that is unfortunate for him. These cars are a bit of a menace to keep straight, as there's now a move for third by BJ, and that is a brilliant move down the inside before the hairpin. It's not over yet though. There's still one more chance. We'll get the Dogs to get back by BJ. He's going to look, he's going to try, he's not close enough though. We move on to what will hopefully be a very action-packed race with YT. He had a great start. Unfortunately, his race hasn't gone his way so far. Meanwhile, the two I don't even know what the team is. I don't even know what the team is. Sorry if I don't know the team. The McLaren Senna is doing a great job so far. Closing out to his teammate, I believe, in his teammate. So the ART car is doing really good in 6th and 7th. They could be fighting a lot higher. We know how good they are in real life. But they're just doing what they can do for the moment. So the ART car is trying to keep the cars in one piece right now. And now there's a spin. Again, this race hasn't gone his way for YT. He's spun it again, and now this is going to be a battle up here. And now I believe that the CRL Immortal has gone into the wall. I don't think that was on purpose. BJ now trying to fight, trying to get past, get the Dogs. And there's a yellow flag in sector 2, I believe that is for YT, yes it is. Unfortunately it hasn't been his race. Now there's a fight for the lead. This is going to be close. G-Force Wobboy, we know how fast he can be. Corndog, he has been really quick. This is going to be very close. He's going to try and get into the toe. He does, he's going to pull out to the left. Goes for the move down the inside, and he's going to get it done. Way before turn 1. We're about to see though if Senna can get back by him on this DRS straight. So not Senna, Corndog can get back by him on the DRS straight. He cannot get back by him. This is turning out to be a really feisty battle. And as the move on the Carlin cars, I believe it is. So now BJ is moved up, and now I believe, yes, CRL Immortal has lost out to his teammate, back to the fight for the lead. G-Force Wogwa, he's fast, but Corndog has shown he has the pace this weekend. As he now comes down to DRS straight, I don't think he will have the pace advantage over the runner, I believe that is, sorry, the high tech. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3, so these guys might need to slow down, and I believe that is, yes it is, again. He cannot keep this car straight. He is struggling this race. He's nearly a minute. He's now got a 5-second pit lane speeding penalty to add to that, so it hasn't been his race. So, really do feel for the guy. I really do. This is gonna be, he's already put a lap down as now. Corn Dog goes for the move on the inside. He can't quite get it done. He's gonna keep fighting it though. This is gonna go right down to the wire. Not quite the move being made though. He's gonna get DRS though. Coming onto this DRS rate, can he get the move done? He's gone. He's pulled off to the outside, inside. Sorry, he's gonna go down the inside and pull off the move. G-Force Fogboy, he is not gonna give it up that easy. He knows he has the speed to fight back. It's been an amazing race so far between these two, and there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. As the high tech is in the pits and YT again in the wall. He's struggling to control that car. Now, for the last spot on the podium, we see the top two fly away there. As BJ might still be a little bit behind, but he can still put that pressure on, and inevitably he will get the move done on him, and get the dogs to really start fighting for the podium spot. As now he goes down the inside, and there's a virtual safety car, and that is YT being DNF'd, so inevitably BJ will come in for the free pit stop, as many drivers would right now. What about the leaders? What do? They're too far past the pit lane to even go for a free pit stop, so virtual safety car being called out to remove the stranded BWT car. So many of the drivers are coming in, lots of penalties being given out. I don't think that so far the ones that we know of are the 4 drivers. So there's a yellow flag in Sector 1. Has been cleared up, and now we're back to racing, and immediately CRL Pocket Rocket will go for the move on Corn Dog. He's lost out massively on this virtual safety car. He was up fighting G-Force. He's now down to 5th. He has a lot of work ahead of him to make his way back up to the top. So G-Force, really, he just has clear track ahead of him, so he can really start pushing away. So Corn Dog, he's gonna start hopefully pushing. Someone just got to drive through. I believe that was I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce his name because I know I'm gonna get it wrong, but on FC I believe that was who got the drive through. I'll just double check that. Terminal damage. There's been no drive through that I can see right now, so we'll see what happens as now Wendy gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, as now the top 3 come into pits. This is going to be CRL Pocket Rocket in the race lead, and I believe he's come into the pit already, and now Corn Dog goes up into the lead. He goes wide though, so this is going to leave a massive gap and a massive advantage for CRL Pocket Rocket to come back through and take the race lead. So we'll just see what happens for the moment. Alright, I now feel stupid. Dean. So, back to this three-way fight for the lead between CRL, Pocket Rocket, Corn Dog, and BJ. Could G-Force, he's not that far behind. As now CRL Pocket Rocket gets overtaken. Switchback though, can he get it done? Coming down this straight, yes he will. He's gonna get the DRS, it's gonna be Pocket Rocket, and now Corn Dog loses out to BJ. This is amazing fight for the lead. As I said, G-Force Wogboy, can he come back? He's only in fourth, he's not that far behind the top three here. This is a great fight. Now CRL Pocket Rocket gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple penalty warnings. This is shaping out to be a brilliant race. Coming down to the front straight now, the next DRS zone. What's going to happen here? BJ is close up to Pocket Rocket. He's going to go for the move. And it's going to be an easy move. And now here comes Corn Dog. Can he get the both of them? Can he get the both of them coming up into turn one? He's going to get one. Not quite two though. He's close though. As he's now lost back out, I believe. No, he hasn't. He's going to stay side by side as they come up to this next DRS straight towards turn four. As Corn Dog is going to inherit second, but CRL Pocket Rocket, he could have broke a little bit later, but unfortunately it wasn't, as he's now spun. That's CRL Pocket Rocket who has spun. Now G-Force Wogboy is up onto the podium. That is heartbreak for CRL Pocket Rocket. He was fighting so hard. He had a great race coming for him, and then he has lost it. That is really tough for him, and I think he nearly spun it again. These cars, I will give it to them, these cars are not easy to handle. So this, as I just announced, the CRL Pocket Rocket still has to stop. So at the moment, the effective race leader is going to be BJ, unless something can be done about it. So yeah, you're right, there are 2 drive-through penalties, Deaning, sorry. You are right about those penalties, as they will now come into service. So G-Force Wogboy will inherit the race lead and the fastest lap. So that is my fault for not picking that up. So this is just gonna be one crazy fight for the race lead. Everyone fighting each other. There's about 7 laps left to go. CRL Pocket Rocket has got lucky, I think, with the 2 drivers getting their drive-through penalties, as now he's up to second. But Get the Dogs, we have heard that he is quick, and we are hoping we can see that on display today. Catch him resetting to track, unfortunately. But coming back to this fight, Get the Dogs, we know he's fast. Can he potentially put the pressure on for CRL Pocket Rocket? We'll find out. But G-Force Wogboy, he's just flown in this race. So we'll see what he can do. But yeah, so far the top 4, I believe, is G-Force Wogboy will inherit the fastest lap yet again. But yeah, so far the top 4 are trying to push and really get up there, trying to get the last spot on the podium. So far it's been a great fight for the podium, as now Get the Dogs got close, as now Pocket Rocket has a little bit of a step out at the rear. Could this put the pressure? Could this be the final straw? He goes down the inside, and he's going to inevitably get the move done down the inside. He's going to be side by side, and he nearly loses it again. Pocket rocket, but it will be complete as he's lost out to Brendy too, as there's a yellow flag for BJ in sector 1, so that is unfortunate for him. But what a move done by Get the Dogs and Brendy. They just both put the Brendy just followed Pocket Rocket, not Pocket Rocket, Get the Dogs through as you would normally in racing. And the pressure was just done all by this guy, so great work to him. So nothing really to commentate on now. There's no real fights unless Brendy can put the pressure on to Get the Dogs and challenge him, but I'm pretty sure Get the Dogs does have the pace to pull away from him unless something might go wrong, like on a track or something. So we see so far the top two have their penalties, and now CRL Pocket Rocket gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's unfortunate for CRL Pocket Rocket as we now approach the closing stages of this Grand Prix. As there's a car stopped on the side of the track. Wonder who that was. I believe, yes, it was G-Force Wog Boy. So wondering why he stopped on the side of the track. Because normally if you're leading, you probably wouldn't think about stopping on the side of the track. Maybe to make the race a little bit more interesting. That could always be possibility as Brandy is outside of the DRS range. I'll get the Dogs. He is closing, but he's outside of the DRS range. McLaren Senna, haven't spoke about him much in the ART car. He is really fighting or pushing his car to the limit as he now come back up for the battle for second. Could this be what? Could this be the distance that Renault will be in DRS? And I think it will, as he's going to go, knows not know why. This is going to be really close. DRS now actually, you can see that he's going to go away from the turn. Brandy's going to follow him. He's going to basically follow him. Is Get the Dogs going to go defensive? No, he does not. So not quite close enough, he thinks. This could really come down to this next DRS straight. Coming off, he will get DRS, I believe. Yes, he will. See that rear wing wide open center. He's closing in. You can see in the background he's coming in rapidly, I would say. But so far the Trident car, I believe that is, holding off the Carlin. So we'll see what happens in the next few laps as the leader G-Force Walkway locks up, coming into that tricky turn 10 hairpin. So DRS for Brendy. This is really just going to come down to the distance between them, but I believe, yes, that gap is building between us here. CRL Immortal has retired for this session. That's the yellow flag in Sector 3. Is this going to bring out a virtual safety car or full course safety car? No, it won't. Unfortunately, there will be no form of safety cars. So, G-Force Wogboy, what's he gonna do here? Is he gonna attempt for the move? It's too far back. Coming up to this next straight here. Looks like the DRS is really close enough. I don't think he is. And now BJ gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. There's been a lot of speeding in the pit lane penalties this race. So this is all going to come down to who has the better speed. As you can see, the leader up ahead, G-Force Wogboy. We know he is fast in that we have seen this race. He has just pulled away. There is second, there is third. This is really just going to come down to the wire. DRS activated. Could this be the move that will give Brandy the P2 he needs? No one, he's too far away. This is really what the Dogs is doing. He's not only closing the gap to the race leader, but he's also dragging Brandy with him in the toe and giving him DRS. So that's what's that he's getting. He's a little bit close enough. Can he get the move done before the DRS detection point? No, he won't, but I believe Brandy will get the DRS as he gets P2. So he comes, but here comes, get the Dogs back on the inside. Brandy will get DRS, so that's going to help him out in this fight. As he's starting to pull away from the Triton. Carlin takes P2. But here comes, get the Dogs down the inside of turn 1 as they flick into turn 2. And it's going to be, Brandy is going to keep P2. So that's a great fight, but here comes, get the Dogs. He has DRS this time round. On this next round, he's going to easily get the move done. This is a brilliant little scrap happening between these two drivers, as it's still going to continue, as Brandy will keep P2 for the moment. So this fight going to inevitably bring McLaren Senna up into contention for the podium, because three-way fight for the lead. I'm pretty sure no one will be complaining as they come into this difficult turn 10. They were close to hitting there. Here comes the DRS zone, trying to stay out the toe. It's not going to happen. And this time around, it is going to be Brandy, as there's 2 laps left in the Grand Prix, and you can see that there was a purple sector there for G-Force Wogboy, but back to this fight for P2, one that's been drawn up all race. And inevitably, McLaren Senna, he could have really come back into this fight. As they now come down the front straight, DRS activated. Get the Dogs. This is going to be close as they come down into turn 1. Down the inside, can he make it work? No, he can't. He's going to pull away. He's going to wait for the next DRS zone to come up. This is going to get really close between the Triton and the Carlin. As now, tighter turn for Brandy there, trying to get out of the slipstream straight away. It says yellow flags in sector 1, and that is Wogboy, I believe. Yes, it is Wogboy. He's spun. So this could be a fight for the P1 now. This is going to be really interesting. There's about a second between Brandy and Wogboy. There's the top 3. They're right with each other now. Can Brandy get in range or get in the toe of the high-tech driver, or will he just be left in the dust to fight, get the Dogs? I'm pretty sure right now Brandy's mind is focused on getting in the toe and inevitably in DRS range of Wogboy, but it's not going to be enough. Maybe another lap it would have done it, but this man has held on brilliantly through the whole race. There's a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for get the Dogs, but it's not going to worry him because he's most likely going to get third. But back to the winner and the leader right now. Brilliant race today. Brilliant drive. G-Force Walkboy wins the Bahrain Grand Prix, followed by Brendy. And yet the dog side will win the race due to penalties. G-Force Walkboy in second. Brendy third. CRL Pocket Rocket will most likely come home in third. McLaren Senna coming home in fifth. Sixth is Carl Lufen FC 97, I'm going to call him. I cannot pronounce that. Then Corn Dog, a real fighting contention earlier. He really pushed. He really gave it his all. And then BJ, unfortunately, coming last. That's a glitch. We'll sort that out in a minute, but your winner is Get the Dogs. Congratulations, you have won the Bahrain Grand Prix. We didn't have any penalties. We'll have a look at that when we get to the time sheets. As here is our podium. Brilliant race today. Brilliant racing from everyone. This F2 race has been incredible. Now look at the final classification for today's race. Get the Dogs, and you are right, actually there was no penalties for G-Force Walkboys, so that could be something that the stewards need to look at, possibly. But just going off this, Get the Dogs wins, followed by G-Force Walkboy. Brandy in third, down into fourth now is McLaren Senna. Fifth is Pocket Rocket. Corn Dog coming home in sixth. BJ in seventh. FC 97 in 8th. 10th goes to CRL Immortal, and 10th unfortunately goes to YT. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to this round of the Formula 2 CRL Championship, and until next time,